This is a Banu Defender, and it is the only choice you have right now in Star Citizen if you want to experience what it is to fly like a Banu. It is currently on sale on robertspaceindustriescom for the ongoing Alien Week event, and comes with a sticker price of $220, or $500 if you buy a merchantman, because the Defender will be given to you as a loaner until its much bigger brother makes its way into the verse. And today, I am going to test this Banu Defender for you. I will check out its features, try it in combat, and I will compare it to its xi'an counterpart and rival, the AopoA Khratu-al. But before we do that, make sure to check out eradicatorsgaming.com, which is this community's new website where I'll be posting videos of both channels as well as their scripts when there is one. I'll put the link in the description down below. Also, if you subscribe to this channel and my new channel, The Eradicators, which is where I cover everything that is non-Star Citizen related, like the ongoing E3 Virtual Expo, you'll get a chance to win this Nova tank. All you have to do is to subscribe to both channels and answer the giveaway question I'll be asking later. Also, if you support me on Patreon or via the Join Button membership, you should have access to my Discord channel where I also host monthly giveaways. This month, we have an RSI Scorpius with LTI. Alright, with that being said, let's now have a look at the Banu Defender. And the one thing that strikes the most is not necessarily how alien it looks. It certainly does so. I mean, after all, it was designed and made by the Banu. What strikes the most is the looks of the materials that are used for the construction of this ship. It doesn't seem like the ship was painted. Instead, it has this fully metallic looks, which seems to be made out of various alloys. And on top of that, each part is decorated with those typically Banu patterns, which is actually one of the traits of the Banu culture, in which it is very important to impress others, and the Banu certainly do succeed in impressing their human friends, as it is not something that our race does in any form or shape. Not even Origin would even dare decorating their 600i Executive Edition like that. Another very weird feature of the Banu Defender is that it has two cockpits, and we will be talking about those a little bit later, but it certainly contributes to the weird looks of this ship, especially with its lengthy arms that seem to extend out of the sides of each of the cockpits. I think that this double cockpit configuration is what gives the ship this bizarre crab-like shape, and I don't think that it would have had if there had been only one cockpit with a pilot and a co-pilot like in any human-designed ship. But moving on to the interior of the ship, and you will notice that the metallic looks of the materials can still be seen inside the ship, but the other shapes are completely different, as it looks much more organic, as if the ship was a living being and we just happen to be inside, which we are. This is again coming from the Banu culture that uses art as a way to project power and success. I'm just not convinced that my human friends will understand how successful of a person I am if I ever take them inside this Banu Defender. The interior of the ship also features some grotto-like bedding areas where each crew member will be able to rest should they need to. Yes, this ship is not a short-range fighter. In fact, it was designed to accompany the much larger merchantmen into their long, profitable journeys across the verse, which is why it features these facilities. But now, enough with describing how the ship looks, let's actually fly it. And since it is listed as a light fighter, what better way to try than actually taking a combat mission? Also, note that as I am quantum traveling to my destination, the quantum effects are much different than those made by human ships. They really feel unique and alien, but of course, any Banu would tell you that from their perspective, the only weird quantum effects are ours. Alright, now on my way to my destination, the Banu Defender can reach a top speed of 1200 meters per second and has a suggested speed of 203 meters per second, which definitely makes it one of the most agile fighters of its size. It is also equipped with 4 gimbal size 2 Singe cannons, which you are going to see in action. And as you can see, the Singe cannons are not the fastest cannons of the verse with only 52 rounds per minute. It's actually less than 1 per second. However, they compensate their slow rate with a much longer range of almost 3 kilometers, which is ideal to shoot your enemy first and then ask the questions later. Haha, take this! But if for you the Defender is not alien enough, you may want to have a look at this. The xi'an designed AopoA Khratu-al. It comes with a sticker price of $170, so it is a little bit cheaper. It is also a much more modern design. While the Defender's design is over 400 years old, the KhratuAl was designed in 2910, 41 years ago, which at the scale of a xi'an's lifespan means that it was designed yesterday. And if you thought that the Defender looked bizarre, the KhratuAl just takes bizarre to a whole new level. It is so alien to us that it takes the human eye several careful looks to finally have a clue as of how it works, or let alone enter it. You might also notice that it does not have any landing gear. Instead, it uses the famous xi'an anti-grav technology to sustain itself away from the ground. That very same technology is also used to welcome you aboard as you are invited to climb the most unusual ladder you will ever do once you want to get in. The cockpit too is very strange, and it is quite obvious that the xi'an didn't think of humans when they conceived it, as you will quickly realize that your field of vision is obstructed by two large circular struts that surround the ship's yo-yo-shaped cockpit. This, however, makes more sense when you start considering xi'an physiognomy, and the fact that their eyes are not as forward-facing as ours, because each side of a xi'an's face has stronger inclination, meaning that unlike us, they see better on their side, and not that well in front of them. This also explains why the sides of the cockpits feature a much clearer view too. So, as a mere human, if you decide to fly one of these, you will have to suck it up and just deal with your inferior condition. Also, speaking of the cockpit, you will notice that the ship doesn't have any interior. It's basically this yo-yo-shaped cockpit, and that's basically it. The rest of the hull will englobe the various components, and the thrusters are placed on the exterior of the ship and all work independently, giving the ship its legendary maneuverability, something that may definitely give you an edge against larger, less maneuverable crafts. And now is where the fun begins. I'm going to turn on the ship, take off, and then I will not retract the landing gear simply because, as you saw before, the ship doesn't have any. Instead, I am going to put the ship in flight mode, and this is literally going to transform the ship, giving it this look. Now, of course, you'd have to be careful when flying the KhratuAl because its cockpit location is located right at the bottom of the ship, which is very unusual for any ship of the verse. It is also surprisingly large for a ship of its class. I mean, we're talking about over 31 meters from top to bottom, which is going to make a very easy target to shoot out of view for any hostile or xenophobe you may encounter. Where the ship clearly gains an advantage is with its speed. At maximum speed, the KhratuAl can zip at a whopping 1,323 meters per second, making it one of the fastest ships in the verse, just below the M50, the Razor LX, and the 350R. However, unlike the M50 and the Razor, the KhratuAl is equipped with two gimbal size 3 CF337 Panther laser repeaters, which, as you are going to see, can do a lot of damage. Haha, this is great!
Son of a bitch!
Haha, take this! Oh yeah! So there you have it, some of the two most alien fighters available in the game, and sure, both of these ships may seem overpriced for what they will allow you to achieve, but they both offer a unique experience that we won't get to have in any other way until alien worlds finally become accessible to us, and that will not happen anytime soon. But please, let me know in the comment section down below, as this is the video's giveaway question. If you were to pick one, which one would you choose? For me, it's a hard pick. The Defender is definitely more practical, but the KhratuAl is just cooler and maneuvers even better. So, how about both? That's all for this video, guys. If you like this type of content, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe to see regular Star Citizen content. As far as I'm concerned, I will not be posting any other videos until Wednesday's roadmap update, as I will be very busy with my other channel for a day or two covering E3 with regular updates. But if you are interested in finding out what I'm interested in, the link is in the description down below. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is The Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.